welcome to Rapid Reviews Radio Podcast, episode 252. That's 252, isn't it? I am your co-host, Kiley Wilde. I'm joined by my ever-present co-host, Pete Beckett.
Yo.
And very special guest. I was going to say friend of the show, but it is not. He has been promoted this year to best friend of the show, Mike Tindo.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Good evening.
Sorry, we got Ewan McGregor, not Mike.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, let's not go. Oh, I would just be
You were the chosen one, Anakin. It's over. I have the high ground.
I have the higher ground.
I wish I hadn't
Pete,
said that now.
We're just gonna quote Star Wars now forever.
Dead franchise. Moving on.
Do it. But yes. And when Mike's here, that usually means we're gonna talk about Nintendo. Because Sega do what Nintendo. I miss that. I miss that era.
Yeah, Sega do what Nintendo don't. Third party publishing.
Yes, exactly. Which will all become clear. And it will all become clear through the mist of time as we continue on. My lord, I almost read that out loud. But yes, what I like to do is I generally like to start the show asking how our guest has been and what they've played this week. And guess what? I get to do that because we have a guest. So, Mike, how's your week been? What'd you play this week?
I've played a few things. I've probably used some games that I shouldn't really admit to playing, but one of them is Funko Fusion.
I was going to say that you're outside the UK, so technically you don't fall under the Online Safety Act, so anime games and hentai games are fine for you.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately, it's neither of those. I'm actually enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. I'm not a big fan of Funko at all. The big black eyes look very, very soulless to me, and they freak me the hell out.
They are,
but because it had like franchises like Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead in it, and Jaws, and I thought, okay, I can get behind. And yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I've also played another game called Particle Hearts, which is a very, very colourful, cel-shaded adventure game. It's on Nintendo Switch, and I believe it's on Steam and other platforms as well. Very, very good. Very, very like a passive kind of game, but very enjoyable. And as for other games, I mean, I suppose I have played a little bit of Donkey Kong Bananza, got back into that, but we'll be talking more about as to why very, very shortly.
That's very true.
Got to save something for later.
Yeah.
And obviously, huge life events. I am, sorry ladies, officially off the market. I got married.
Ooh.
It's okay. Monday, I'm heading back to the courthouse, getting divorced.
Annulled, actually. It's less than a certain amount of time is fine. Divorce costs more money.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, which I haven't got, so good luck.
The lemon law, you get like 30 days. 30 days warranty.
Yeah, it's a 14-day calling off period.
There you go. But no, if we haven't said it before, and I'm sure we all have, but we're going to do it anyway, congratulations, Mike.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Or commiserations, as a friend of mine did say.
To you or to her?
And it wasn't Pete, funny enough. To me.
Once,
I really thought it was going to be Pete.
No, for once I was actually quite nice about the affair.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Pete's not exactly quite the in that he makes himself out to be.
Right, yes, exactly.
He's actually very nice off camera.
No, until we start talking about another procedure that was done to one of our friends, and then all the hell broke loose.
Oh.
That was quite funny.
Nana.
Sometimes I'm glad I'm not in.
I haven't said anything to my missus just yet, because otherwise she'll say, so when we book an appointment for you? And I go, what?
Ooh, wow, okay.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh dear.
Might be joining the club, Barry.
Oh dear.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, Pete, same goes for you. How's your week been? What have you been playing?
Week's been...
It's been 7 days.
It's been been a bit of a rough week, but I still have managed to get some time for gaming in, which is good. So I'll run through the quick games that I've been playing. You know, as per usual, Street Fighter 6 training still continues. Evo is now less than a month away. Unbelievably so.
Right.
Yeah, it's like less than 30 days now. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable.
Crazy. That is actually weird.
We'll be back for Comic Con, won't you?
Yes, that's the end of the month.
Right.
Yes, so I will. Yeah, I've got a couple of events within close proximity to each other. So yeah, I've been playing. So yeah, been training, and my God, is online ranked an absolute hellscape at the best of times. Good God. Today I've been continuing on playing Gears of War Reloaded. I'm now up to Act 4, which is where you start making your way towards the Phoenix House.
Yeah.
And yeah, still very much enjoying it.
I'm glad to hear that.
It's a fun game. It's still what I would say is still very 2006 for game design, but actually that doesn't bother me because 2006 was not a bad time for games.
No, it was not. It was a very good time.
Yes.
6, 7, 8. My favorite years.
It was good. So I've been enjoying that. Friday night I had some time to just chew the fat with a few friends and play a few games. Got a few games of Fall Guys in because Fall Guys is Fall Guys, and you know it's fun. Won't talk about it too much. Ended up playing more Fortnite though because one of my friends is a bit likes playing it and is actually quite decent at it. I suck at it. I still have no clue what the hell's going on half the time, but I can still hold my own, which is fine.
Yeah.
There is one main game that I have been playing, and it is a relatively new game. I say relatively because it is a new game, but it came out a couple of weeks ago. This one is published by Sega, developed by Lizard Cube, the team that was behind Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah.
I have been playing Shinobi Art of Vengeance.
Right.
So for those who are unsure, Shinobi is a Sega classic, mostly side-scrolling beat 'em up, let's say. Very much in the vein of Streets of Rage, which is why Lizard Cube are probably the ones making this one, because Streets of Rage 4 was an excellent game. So this is very much in the vein of that. So very typical classic side-scroller arcade beat 'em up style game. It is quite funny because of the fact that it's a very old school way of doing things because the protagonist is absolutely silent, which is brilliant. So literally any time that there was any dialogue that happens for it, he's just like quite not even joking, quite literally. But you play as Joe Higashi, I think his name is, and your village is attacked, and you have to go and hunt down the main villain, and I cannot remember what his name is because it's such a crappy name anyway. Who cares?
Bad guy number 1.
Yeah, the story is kind of it's very by the by. It's not really meant to be that deep. What is deep, however, is the actual gameplay itself, because it is incredibly fun, and I'm not surprised that I love this because, well, I love Streets of Rage 4. It's very much in the same vein. It's got quite a rich and deep combat system to it, so a lot of moves that you can seem to cancel. You know, it's got a special meter. It's got various different upgrades as well that you can have, which means moves become more powerful. Through, I think it's like similar to like a badge system. So you pick them up as you go, and then they are assigned to. I've been playing this on Switch too, so it's on the RL trigger, I think it is, and then you can press a button, and you can get different ones that come out. So far, I've only got a flame palm basically, but I've only completed the first 2 levels of this so far, and I'm very much enjoying it. I think the best thing about this game is visually graphically and in performance, it's flawless, unbelievably flawless.
Excellent.
It runs like an absolute dream. I heard varying mixed things about the Switch 1 version of the game not being the best. I think it's only 30 frames, but the Switch 2 version is at least 60 frames and doesn't drop a beat at all. It looks really nice. I can imagine the Xbox and the PlayStation versions are probably graphically more intensive, but it doesn't really need to be. And it was one of those games that I looked at and went, I'd rather have this on Switch so I can play it on the go, because it seems like more of a pick up and play on the go sort of system where each level is segmented. It's roughly, apparently only about 8 hours long, so at most, but
that's not bad.
It's not terribly long, but it is very, very fun, and each level probably takes you about 30 minutes at least, maybe 45 if you're going for completionist. So yeah, very much enjoying the game, so check back on it. I would say it's very early to say, but this could be a contender for Game of the Year.
Oh, okay.
Could.
Awesome.
I do love the duality of Pete, where like with Mario Bros. Wonder and Donkey Kong Bonanza, ooh, badges. And then like this game, Shinobi, ooh, badges.
Well, it's not so much that it has like a badge system, like where they're interchangeable. It's more the fact that you collect them and they're basically additional moves that you can get.
Okay.
So they're like hotkey moves. Yeah, it's fun. But yeah, that's been the week for gaming. Kylie, how are you? How's the week?
Well, I'm gonna check with chat right quick. Cause Brent, who we have not seen in weeks, but did make an appearance on Friday's stream.
Hello.
It was very good to see him. Brent says, I've only played PlayStation 5 this week. My Xbone is at my parents' house. Finally gave out. And someone hacked my Nintendo account. Oh, that
man.
sucks. So all I had was the one mobile game I play. Oh, that really sucks.
That really sucks.
I like what Pylord said, which is, I do is the shortest sentence in the English language. Coincidentally, it is also the longest.
True.
What is it to say? You can get off for murder for less?
That's true. Oh my gosh, that's funny. And then it says, yeah.
Murder's only 25 years. Marriage is life.
Yeah.
Not unless you're in America where it's 25 to life.
Yeah, well, it depends. Depends on who you kill and what color you are. But
oh, wow. Wow.
It's true.
Wait, edit that out. Edit that out. Oh.
No, I'm leaving that in. Kind of the racist. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. No, I'm the other way. I'm saying it the other way. But what was I
kind
at?
of the white supremacist then.
No, the opposite. The opposite.
Kylie. The KKK stands for Kiley.
Oh, no! That's so bad! No! Not at all! Not at all!
Plead the fifth, Kylie! Plead the fifth!
I know it doesn't help when I go, I'm from East Texas! Yes.
I refuse to answer without my lawyer present.
But Nana says, the only things I played are Genshin and Classic Sport Racing.
Nice.
The new Genshin stuff is great so far. I really do need to try that. Classic Sport Racing is Classic Sport Racing. Yes.
Pretty classic.
And Nana made a point that I was actually about to say earlier, which is insane. We've got both a 2D Ninja Gaiden and Shinobi this year. I love it because I love Ninja Gaiden.
I was tempted by the new Ninja Gaiden, but the new 2D one, but I went with Shinobi instead.
I mean, they're both great. Like, I think either one is good. And then Nana says, always when Mike is here.
Yeah, I have got Ninja Gaiden 4 queued up, ready to go for when it comes out.
That will be fun, for sure.
Next month.
Right. Well, as far as my week's been insane. I haven't actually had 5 minutes to stop and think, which is actually good.
That's a first.
Because, as you said, let's let the brain not think. It'll be better. But I continued on with Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Because I love it. It's fun. I like it. Yeah. I just do.
Also, it makes sense why you were playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland when Friday's game came up. I forgot you were even playing that.
Yep. We'll get to that in a second because I gotta explain some things about that. But I did play. If I don't choke on my own spit. But I played Waterpark Simulator.
Of course, the most Kylie game ever.
It is, and I just noticed that. Well, I played it because one of the YouTubers I watch, which is called not Call Me. I mean, I do watch Call Me Kevin, but not him. I am Krusty. Go check his stuff out. I want Pete to get him on as a guest because I would just be freaked out. he played it and it was really awesome. And then I just saw Let's Game It Out, which is another YouTuber that I watch, and he's playing it. So go check it out because it's really fun if you like simulators, and I do. You also get to hit people and punch them in the face. That's a lot of fun. You can push them off the diving board. You can unplug the water plug hole in the swimming pool, and people dive into an empty swimming pool and break their legs. And that's just really fun. And then yes, on Friday, oh my gosh, complete chaos. I had Friday all planned out. I downloaded my mystical magical game that I played day one release and got everything cleared, and then 10 minutes before I went live on stream, the window washer showed up.
Oh, brilliant.
And made Apollo terrified. Absolutely freaked him out because he's got anxiety. So he barked through the whole front part of the stream.
I shouldn't.
No, it's a dog. It's a Chihuahua with anxiety, so you can kind of imagine it's like Chihuahua times 10. Like shaking and barking and just yipping and going nuts. So I had to go like.
So a Chihuahua then.
Yes, exactly. So I had
Quite
to actually go
normal,
take them to the person that watches them normally when I'm streaming. So then I sat down to start the game because I'm on stream, I'm live, and I forgot, to like start it and get the whole shaders doing their thing, compiling shaders. Fine, whatever. It shouldn't take that long. It took an hour and 13 minutes to compile the shaders for this magical mystery game, which tells you it's not optimized very well at all. And that game would be Borderlands 4.
I have questions, but I'll save it.
Yeah. I want to talk about Borderlands 4. I didn't play Borderlands 3 because it was terrible.
How do you know you didn't play it?
Because I watched it. It was terrible.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
You consume the content at least somehow.
I mean, it's like... Yes, exactly. It's like... Tiny Tina's Wonderland is very, very Borderlands. It's very Borderlands 2. It's the same mechanics, the same... It's hilarious. I love the humor. I love that Deadpool South Park humor. All that just goofy, nuts stuff. Borderlands 4 started up, and it was serious. And I was like, I don't like
So
this.
serious.
Yeah, why so serious? Yes, exactly. Why so serious? But, and then it gave me a choice, play online or offline. I picked online because I wanted any kudos I got. That, full stop. There's no other reason, just that. If I got any kudos, I wanted them. I shouldn't have picked that choice. That was a bad decision on my part. The loading of the game took forever. I'm pretty sure, like, I had some rubber banding, but I think that's on me. I would think that's my internet. So, I'll go ahead and say that could have been me. But, there was, input delay, like crazy. I had picked easy difficulty because when I'm streaming, I do easy because I panic and I just...
Yeah, it makes sense.
Horrible. When people watch me, I'm just really bad. But... this was like, the difficulty was like way jacked up, even for easy. And I was like, okay, so I kept dying every 5 minutes. Then I realized why. It's because they want you to play multiplayer and have like your whole team on there healing you constantly.
But isn't that the same thing as what happened with Borderlands 3 as well? Yes,
it did. And that's what pissed me off. It's because, and I said this to my wonderful chat on Friday, I play these sorts of games like Fallout and all that kind of stuff because you're the lone wanderer. I know that in Borderlands you have a team of 4 or 5, but you still get to have your story and you play, your game.
But yeah, that was Borderlands 1 and
solo.
2. You could play them solo.
Yeah. But I'm gonna give it another try because I do love Borderlands. So I'm gonna try again next week, starting fresh and anew. And I'll give it another shot. But I will say, taking an hour and 13 minutes to compile shaders, Stalker 2 didn't take that long. It took like 50 minutes. And I may not have like top tier rig, but I'm still above average rig. And
So-
it was just.
And do you know what the minimum specs are for it on PC?
I don't remember, but they've got them listed everywhere. And a lot of people were saying that the minimum specs, they're a lie. You need to have something.
Oh yeah,
than-
usually best
yeah.
to go to the recommended anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But the only reason why I ask is apparently, even on consoles, this is incredibly poorly optimized.
It's incredibly badly optimized. Which, again, I'm going to tiny little rant, and then we'll get back to happy stuff. But, Doom,
Oh, I
Dark
don't know about
Ages.
happy, but we'll get to
Well,
it.
Possibly.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. But Doom Dark Ages probably is going to be my Game of the Year contender, obviously. But the thing that has let me down on it from being a 10 out of 10 is it was so poorly optimized. They had some kind of deal with NVIDIA. They failed. And to the point where you could not stream, and you still struggle to stream, but you could not stream Doom Dark Ages the first day at ultra settings. It had to be a potato in order for you to stream. But that was everybody. That was across the board.
Yeah, apparently
and
it was
they
really
did
bad.
that.
But that was an ultra nightmare.
It was an ultra nightmare, yes. But and then they didn't get the patch in until like a week or two later or something. It was really delayed, and even then the patch only worked on certain systems and blah. It was poorly handled. Now it looks like Borderlands 4 is going to be the same thing. And I'm just kind of annoyed at these game companies. We've said it repeatedly. Stop releasing crap. Just wait till it's done, then release it. I'll promise I'll pay the same amount of money. I might even pay more if I know it's running really well. But I'll pay the same amount of money if you just give me a game that works and it's finished, a finished product, as rather than having to wait on all these daggum patches.
Yeah, it would
So-
be nice, wouldn't it?
And maybe get their
Yeah.
beta testers to run it on, lower standard equipment
Yeah.
rather than top standard.
Or get
Maybe.
beta testers
It's like,
at all.
oh yeah, this game works
Yeah,
fine
QA.
on this, high-end, top-tier
Yeah.
rig.
Yeah.
And it's like, when you give it to the rest of the consumers, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, this runs like pan.
Yeah. Yeah,
Exactly.
unfortunately, as annoying as it is, like this seems to be the case for nearly all developers, because
Yeah.
as good as it was, Pearl Abyss and the play session I did with Crimson Desert, they literally lauded the kind of specs that they were running their PCs at, and I was like, what about a lower rig? I was thinking, like, if I'm running a 3050 with only, like, I say only 64 gigs of RAM, but a 3050
Right,
with
yeah.
8 gigs of virtual RAM, it's like, how's that going to run for your game? Probably not well. So I would like for people to actually go in and test them on a lower setting.
But it's like we were saying, I think it was last week, might have been the week before. They're so out of touch. It was when the guy was talking about the sports cars not being in the parking lot.
Oh,
But
yeah,
they're
of
so
course.
out of touch with the common gamer that, they're going to charge £700 for a PlayStation, Pro or whatever. So they're thinking everyone has top of the line stuff. It's going to shell out the money for the top of the line console, so they're going to have the top of the line PC and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, normal humans don't do that.
Yeah.
Mostly spoiled kids
No.
have that.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Have it running on the typical PS5, the base PS5, and then make it run better on the PS5
That!
Pro. Not make it run on the
And then-
PS5 Pro, and then like the PS5, it's dog mess. Yeah.
Yeah,
They also
exactly.
don't have a dedicated PS5 Pro version of this game apparently as well. So
Well, there you go.
So
That's
what's the
wild
point?
to me. Nope, no point at all. I will not be. But I haven't bought a PlayStation 5 normal.
don't bother.
one.
PS5 Pro
I'm
is
not.
even less so, like
I haven't
even less
missed
of
it.
market value.
Yeah,
Pisser is a lie.
yeah. But I've stayed mostly on PC gaming for some reason. Anyway, I haven't even started. I played, my Xbox stuff on here on the PC. So with the Ultimate.
I started
Thing,
doing
so-
that, and then I was like, oh, I actually quite like convenience of having my Xbox in the front room,
Oh well,
and
yes.
also Blu-ray player.
That's true too.
So yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that wraps that up. I have a rant for later, but I'm gonna let
Yeah.
these guys get into it and tell you what today's subject is, which again, you can figure it out. You can guess. My
Can you?
Nintendo's here.
Can
Yeah,
And Pete. And Pete.
and Pete. He's
I'm here.
too.
I'm here every week.
Uh,
I'm part of the furniture. Nobody counts that.
Literally, the show wouldn't run without Pete. I mean, we know this. It would be terrifying if I was in charge of anything.
Sorry, do you need your stepladder back to get out of my arse?
Ow, Pete!
I know.
I was being nice for 2 seconds.
I know. I don't like it. It just doesn't sound right when people praise me, so I have to make things cringe.
Yes. But anyway, I am going to toss this over to Pete.
Sure.
Back in the studio. Back at you, Pete. What are we talking about today?
Thanks, Kylie. We're going to be talking... No, I'm not doing the news thing. Today we're going to be talking about a showcase that happened over this week. There was one big one. But we're not talking about the one big one. We're talking about... I don't know. I was going to make a really bad joke and say that there was the... what was it called? The Acclaim Direct or whatever. I was going to do that, and I was like, no, I can't even be bothered.
Nah. You couldn't do it with a straight face anyway.
No. The Acclaim Direct, actually, or Play Acclaim, I think it was. It actually wasn't the worst.
Yeah.
There was 9 games revealed in it, and they were quite decent.
Yeah.
So
I'm cheering for Acclaim.
me too. I'm actually just going to run through it quickly because there was a game called Toss Down, deliver packages in a world where everyone's out to kill you. Ground Zero Hero, which is coming to PC and console. It's an action roguelite with light survival elements. This one actually looked quite cool. It's out now on PC. It's coming to Nintendo Switch. Basketball classic, so very much in the vein of the NBA Jam series, but it's more of a pixelated game anyway. It's actually looked quite cool. Anyway, yeah, it's 5-on-5 pro basketball from the golden era of sports games. Kylie, this was a game that I looked at straight away and was like, this is all a bit of you coming to PC and consoles. Pixel Washer.
Yeah, I heard.
It looked awesome, actually. I'm not going to lie, it was cool. The Prisoning, Fletcher's Quest, PC and consoles. Enter the mind of Fletcher Howie Jr., game developer on the brink of physical and emotional burnout during the final stages of an intense project. So it's a Metroidvania. So that was me out straight away. Next, PC and consoles, Grid Beat, a rhythm-fueled cyber dungeon crawler, which I'm not going to lie, actually looked kind of cool as well. And then Talaka, coming to PC and consoles, fast-paced, combat-driven roguelite. I'm out. Hyper Yuki Snowboard Syndicate. This actually looked really, really cool. PC and consoles as well. So. I liked it. Most of these games were to be announced, like release dates. There were a couple that were already out for PC, and then Katana Naught was the last game, which is out now for PC and consoles, coming soon. Fast-paced Metroidvania-inspired roguelite. Two things that do not do it for me. But hey, it had a really cool art style to it at least. So yeah, Acclaim are back? I'm not sure. Remains to be seen. It kind of
sounds like they're just picking up from where they left off.
Yeah.
Probably kind of.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. It's like, okay, we're back at the office. Let's just dust off the computers and just see what we've got here. And
what it seems to be, it seems to be very similar, probably in the vein of what Kepler are doing at the moment, where they're supporting smaller studios. Mm-hmm. Right, and giving them a much bigger platform, basically, to publish games, which I can't see that being a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's a really good idea right now.
Agreed.
I want me to rock.
I don't think you're going to get that back from them. No, they haven't. So give it time. They'll probably come back to it eventually. But
I hope so.
Nana's put it rightly in the chat. They seem to be going for the retro revival indie style games, and that's absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
So anyway, obviously we're Mike's here, I'm here, I'm wearing a Mario shirt. That means a Nintendo Direct here. Time. No, I meant more because me and Mike are Nintendo people. Joking. So yeah. On the what date was it? The 11th. The 11th. I want to say the 11th.
So, yeah.
12th.
It was
Friday was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Was it the Friday?
Oh, yeah, Friday the 12th.
Oh, bloody hell.
No, it was my wedding day.
Oh, yes. Well done. Yeah, thank you for that. I thought it was Thursday for some reason. Anyway, yeah, Friday the 12th. had a Nintendo Direct. So this was not a partner showcase, not an indie world, but a main Direct. And it was over an hour long.
Which is crazy!
And just to sum things up, length is not always a good thing.
No.
No, that's why
it could have been about half an hour short. Yeah.
So how you use that time.
Yeah, thank you, Kiley. It's not about the size or the length, it's about how you use it. And
Nintendo use it.
Let's get to that at the end, shall we? Let's talk about what actually was revealed. We'll probably go into detail with quite a few things on this, so bear with us. If you don't want to hear about it, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
So they started off exactly probably how most imagined that they would have started off. They started off talking about Super Mario Brothers, or the 40th anniversary of Mario, which, wow, 40 years, crazy stuff. So obviously
I don't like that.
So for the obligatory moment, they had to get Shigeru Miyamoto out to discuss things, because of course. So they started off, and I would say they probably started off in the strongest note possible, and probably everything else went downhill from here. They revealed the first look of the Super Mario Brothers 2 movie.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which has now been titled Super Mario Galaxy Movie.
Oh, that's right.
They revealed that the release date is April of 2025, and the teaser that they had at the end of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
25?
26. Sorry. 26.
That's the one.
God, I'm all over the place. 2026 for it. The teaser that they had for Yoshi at the end of the movie was a tease to somewhat Super Mario World. They kind of baited everyone in that trailer, because they started out there, and then it went into the sky and was like, nope, Super Mario Galaxy.
I think it's too soon for the franchise to go to space. I really do.
I'm not gonna lie, I think so as well.
A few more movies out first, and then gone to space.
Yeah, I think they could have done that very easily.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, they went to space before Fast and Furious. No, actually, no, they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they revealed that the vast majority of the cast is returning. I think that the only one that wasn't returning was Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, but that's probably because Donkey Kong's getting his own movie anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So they said that there's going to be more casts to be announced, and obviously more to be seen along the way. But this was basically just their first reveal and teaser trailer for it. We all know, as a result of it being Mario Galaxy, that means Rosalina's going to come in, so I think that casting is probably going to be quite vital, and I don't want to speculate about who it could be, because, well, let's be honest, when it came to the Zelda movie, they chose left field.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. That then led into their next announcement.
Bad thing.
Sorry?
It's not a bad thing. It was not a bad thing for Zelda, because I'm quite looking forward to that. Because the thing is if you stick like huge A-listers into like this kind of film that people have been attached to, and it's like I mean, like the Mario movie, and it's like Chris Pratt in it, and it's like, yeah, but to me that's not my Mario. I mean, he didn't do a terrible job, but to me that's not Mario. Why have you done this to him? But for like Zelda and that have put in these actors that they've been in roles, just you're not your big Hollywood stars.
Yeah,
they're not your big Hollywood stars. So I'm looking forward to them, making the character their own, and not just being typecast.
Yeah, I think the thing is because it's live action, it's a bit different as well. Whereas this being animated, like you need someone that's got a voice, let's say, or a good voice cast, and I think that the vast majority of the cast did a great job in the first movie. So I'm not unhappy that they're returning, let's say, but I think they need to get the casting for Rosalina spot on, otherwise people are going to be quite annoyed.
Yeah.
So led into the next announcement that they had. Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 Double Pack is coming on the 2nd of October. It is digital to start. There will be a physical version released soon after, for the pricey sum of £60. Worse if
Yep.
you buy it digital as well. Isn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be what, like 30 each or something.
So according to the Eurogamer article, it says $40 each. So it's $80 for both games if you're in the Americas. Oof.
Whew. Yep.
That is disgusting.
Bearing in
Yes.
mind that you can go
But
down to CEX and get both games for about £25 on a Wii, and the Wii is
Yep.
not an expensive console to buy second hand.
No, it is not. That is very true.
No.
And on top of that, one of those games are already technically on the Nintendo Switch as part of the 3D
Yes.
All Stars.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody's already got them. Now, I'm sorry. I mean, I am a Nintendo fanboy, but there's some times where even I've got to draw a line and say, no.
They are getting 4K.
And I love Mario.
Look, they're getting 4K resolution on the Switch 2 version. Fine. But it is essentially just an upscaled port of Mario Galaxy 1 and 2.
Yeah.
That is too damn expensive even for my blood. And I already own Mario Galaxy on the Wii. I am not buying it again. I already sold my copy of 3D All Stars because Galaxy played like shite on there. The Joy-Con was never the same as the Wii remote. Couldn't get the hang of it. Didn't like it. Got rid of it. No, thank you. Will not be buying this one.
But I still 100%ed it on the 3D All Stars.
God damn, that is
I know what
dedication.
you're
But
getting
my God, it was bad. It was badly optimized. In fact, it even had input delay on it. As someone who's played a lot of Mario Galaxy over the years, it was bad. Yeah. Next up, the obligatory let's add a Mario sports game onto the system because it's a new system. Mario Tennis Fever coming February 12th, 2026. Hooray! Sliding is now a thing in a tennis game. Yay! But they also
I'm just going to say this right now. I know there's going to be some people out there that, like the Mario Tennis games, and I'm not going to, josh on them or whatever. But it's like, to be fair, it wasn't that long ago when we got the one for Switch, and that was not very highly received, and the Wii U version was not highly received at all.
Yeah.
And then, like, this one, now, if they'd done a Mario sports mix with a bit of, like, each game or each sport or whatever, you think, you know what, that's a little bit different. Because there's only so much you can expand upon tennis or expand upon basketball or football. Now, I know they've already done, the Mario Strikers, Battle, whatever. Yeah.
Who cares?
Switch,
it was bloody awful as well.
Yeah. Now, I quite enjoyed it, but I'm not a dedicated fan, and I've not played it in ages. But, maybe playing it with a friend or whatever. But other than that,
yeah, but the problem was that the online for it was utterly diabolical. Like, you couldn't even have squads. It was so bad, it wasn't even worth the price of admission. So, not good. And like you said, the last few tennis games have even been particularly poor. I'd even go as far as saying that Mario Power Tennis on the GameCube wasn't even very good anyway. And Mario Tennis hasn't been good since the N64.
I did like it on the
yeah,
system.
yeah.
It was fantastic.
I also played it on the 3D, the one that was red.
Oh, we might get to that in a bit. Just you wait.
Yes.
We shall.
Oh, yeah, that's coming.
Also, with this new game, so Mario Tennis Fever, they are also adding new rackets, various different rackets. So they're called Fever rackets, I think they were, weren't they?
Oh.
And each one adds a new different power-up, basically. And I think they've forgotten what it means to go back to basics when it comes to the sports games, because it feels like all we can do is just add a new gimmick. And literally, as I was watching the Direct, I went, this is just the Ultra Smash system from the Wii U version called Mario Tennis Ultra Smash.
Oh, goodness.
And it was awful.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not fun. Not good.
It's strange how the only, like we were saying, Mario Tennis on the 64, but the only other good tennis game was obviously in Wii Sports.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the last time that Mario did it...
you had that, you could have just done that. you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You haven't got to try and give it all this pizzazz and new rackets with new skills and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's still just tennis.
Yes,
True.
exactly.
Did you know that the last time that Mario did an actual sports mix game, it was made by Square Enix, and it was awful.
Oh, wow.
It was on the Wii.
Really?
Yeah, me and my friend bought it on day one, and by the end of day one, it was already returned. It wasn't
What
good.
was it? I just don't remember.
It wasn't a good game at all. That friend at the time, that was their birthday present. What a crappy birthday present. I felt sorry for him. Oh well, it's fine. Next up, they've got a Switch 2 upgrade for Mario Wonder coming, which adds 4K visuals and a new mode called Meetup in Bella Park, which is essentially a multiplayer thing. Wasn't it, Mike?
Yeah, multiplayer like mini games kind of thing for like platforming and like collect so many coins, do this and defeat so many enemies and
that was the one. Yeah,
so like Mario Party, but
yeah, coming out in spring. There's all like they did say that there's more coming to the game eventually. I think there might be some new levels, but based on what the Switch 2 versions have been like, it will probably be about less than 20 quid, so probably about 18 quid. So I'm not sure this is worth it for a game that I played and completed and not gone back to since. I like the game. There's nothing inherently wrong with the game. It's just I don't want to play it again.
I think that's fair.
No need.
Also, they revealed a new accessory, the talking flower. So the talking flower from Wonder is now as a separate purchasable thing, kind of like what they did with Alamo. Oh,
dear.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
And it talks by itself sometimes. It's very strange.
Oh, so it's like a Furby.
Essentially, yes, but it doesn't move around. It literally just in a static position.
Really?
Yeah. This was probably the more strange announcement for the Direct.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, sorry, I have also forgotten that they did include, with Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, there are new amiibos coming. I'm not going to lie, the Mario on the Warp Star looks cool, and Rosalina's one actually does look awesome, and I might be tempted by it.
Yeah.
Only because I don't actually have a Rosalina.
They are bigger, not just, higher price tag, but they are actually bigger than standard amiibo.
Yeah, I actually don't have a Rosalina in my collection, so I might be tempted to buy it. I didn't think the Smash one looks particularly good with the little bit of plastic that's holding Luma up.
Fair, but there is the Mario one as well.
Yeah, true.
Super Mario series.
Yeah, I forgot all about that, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
No, this one looks cooler.
Hold on.
Alright, okay. I'll carry on with the next game then. So the next game that was revealed, so this was the final announcement for the Mario 40th anniversary. It wasn't a Mario game. It's a Yoshi game.
Oh.
So Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, which is coming in spring of 2026. Yes, actually that one was pretty cool. So this basically is Yoshi is transported into a mysterious book and has to basically what they call a page-turning adventure full of side-scrolling platforming hijinks.
Oh. Yeah.
The art style
It's
looks
essentially
really cool to it, though.
Yoshi style, Yoshi's Story.
Yeah, it's...
I think on the Nintendo 60 had something like book, a pop-up book kind of thing.
Yeah. So they've gone with a somewhat of a different style again, kind of like what they've been doing every single time when it comes to the Yoshi games. So we've had Woolly World, we've had Crafted World, and this one's back to the storybook version. But it looks, art style wise, it looks very nice. It's just, I have nothing inherently wrong with Yoshi games. I like them.
Yeah.
But they're not for me. They're age appropriate games. They're quite easy. So this one might be this might be the sort of one that's perfect for maybe my nephew, so I might buy it for when he comes round and he can play it then. Because I think he'd get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
So, right, so that's the Mario 40th anniversary out of the way, and Mike, do you want to say it or shall I?
Oh, yes. Let's just say that I personally feel like Nintendo have done Mario dirty Oh, so dirty with this 40th anniversary because, okay, so, like, I mean, it's great that, Mario Wonder is getting, like DLC or, additional content, and we're getting Mario Galaxy and that. And then it's like, yeah, you're getting Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, but we're going to charge you through the nose for it.
Right.
And then, like, no new Mario game announced whatsoever. I mean, for like the 35th anniversary, we got the Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch. We also got Mario Bros. 35, which was available for a short period of time. Mario 3D All Stars came out around that time as well.
Also
and then
available
it's like this
for a
year
short
it's
amount
like,
of time.
Yeah, true. But this year it's like you got a talking flower and
Okay.
Yoshi's the big baby here.
Let me put this into perspective here, though. Mario's 25th anniversary was even worse than this. All they had was the ROM collection on the Wii of Mario All Stars in a disc. That was particularly poor. Mario's 30th wasn't particularly good either. All they had was Mario Maker. For the 35th anniversary, they had limited time games. They've been getting worse and worse over the years. And this one was particularly bad even by their standards.
That's so bad because that's what
I was really, when they started off the trailer, I was thinking we were going to get Mario Maker 3 because the way it started up and thinking, oh, maybe we're going to get Mario Maker but like 3D or something.
Right.
And then it went in.
Honestly, that would have been cool.
Tangent, and it's like,
yeah.
Wouldn't it? I mean,
yeah, but how do they keep that sandbox
like the
in?
Galaxy style? You can have, well, it obviously, you'd still be relatively restricted of how big you can make the worlds, but you could think like Womp's Fortress and, like Mario 64, where it's basically like an island. Well, most of them were quite, island shaped, or, they had barriers around the sides.
They missed a trick by not having Mario Maker 3 and calling it Mario Maker 3D.
Yeah.
Hey ho, that's fine.
Well, there you are, Nintendo. If you heard it,
ideas for free. Here you go. Yeah,
Well,
literally just take 3D All Stars and just give us the sandbox for all three of those games. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's an easy win.
That's it. That's all I have to do. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You
could have the 64. Sunshine. You could have Sunshine. You could have
Galaxy
Galaxy, and obviously even throw in Odyssey as well for 4 different visuals.
Yeah, you could.
Pretty much everything does the same kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because then you get the 3D and the 2D aspect with the Odyssey side of things, don't you? Because you would add some 2D sections in there.
And it's not like they don't have effects and things in Mario Maker when, like, if you make it nighttime on a certain level, there's like low gravity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if they were to do like the Mario Galaxy theme, you could just put out a planetoid, increase the size or whatever to however you want it, and it would just automatically like have its own gravity. You know what I mean? So if they've done all them mechanics, then the person that's creating their own levels wouldn't have that much more to do. It's like, okay, well, I'll just take this planetoid, make it a bit bigger to the size that I want it, and then, put something else there. So, it's not impossible, surely. I mean, if the modders can do it...
Yes.
Nintendo definitely can.
What's your excuse?
It's alright because they're spending all their money and their time suing the crap out of everyone else rather than making their own ideas.
Yep.
Yeah, and trademarking certain mechanics or, getting secondary characters to fight. And now, I'm sorry, I can't get on board with that. There are far too many games that use that mechanic, not just like Pokemon and stuff like that. Monster Hunter Stories does it. I had this conversation with my brother Jack the other day as well. It's escaping me now. The Shin Megami Tensei games as well, and they go back a while.
Yes, they
using
do.
that mechanic. In Final Fantasy, the series, they also had the like Aeons and that you make fight as well, if I remember rightly. So this is something that's been going on for a long, long time, not just Pokemon.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like saying, chicken fighting. You're not allowed to do chicken fighting anymore. I mean, you shouldn't do it anyway. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Or dog fighting. You should not do it anyway. But it's been happening, centuries before Nintendo came along and said, you can't do that now because we've got the patent on it.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move swiftly on because Mario's 40th anniversary is as shite as it probably we should have expected from Nintendo. Speaking about directs that shouldn't have been shite, but probably were shite, I'm giving my cards away early, I don't care. Let's move on with the rest of it, because that was only about 20 minutes of it, if that.
Yeah.
We still have another 40 minutes of it to cover. Oh, and there was a lot. A lot of nothing. No,
There was a lot, but I think we can
yeah.
breeze through it quite quickly.
we can get through some of the stuff pretty quickly. So first up, they had Storm Lancers. So this is a roguelike adventure set in an 80s inspired realm that's playable either co-op or solo. It's currently out. It was a shadow drop, so fair enough. Next up was the game that is very, very strange, with also a very weird name, Dinkum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dinkum.
This was a life sim, survival focused games coming to Switch on 6th of November, but there's a demo on the eShop.
Yeah.
Poppercom, which is next. Colourful multiplayer owned platform adventure. This looked like shite. I looked at this and I went, okay, this could be enjoyable if I could play this on my own, but no, it's multiplayer only. I was like, nah, this is crap then.
I am so tired of that.
Yep. Probably the game that I think might have actually captured Mike a little bit more than anyone else. Tamagotchi Life, Living the Dream.
Oh goodness! Oh goodness!
Hey!
Yeah, I know.
Hey, look, I've never played the original game, I will admit, but I did like Metopia, and I did, used to have on the smartphone Mitomo as well, and I'd make all these little photos and videos and decorating things, and I enjoyed the app. And then Nintendo shut it down. It's just not been the same since.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Hey, I can get a little bit of essence back. I mean, I'm not like, oh, fantastic, it's coming, woo! But I'm happy to see it there.
No, when I saw this one, I was like, I remembered you saying you weren't overly excited about it, but you were happy that it was announced at least. So when it came up, I was like, oh, new update for this. Okay. They revealed it's coming in spring of next year. So now it actually has a release window rather than loose 2026.
Thank you, Pylord.
Yes, thank you. Next up, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. So this was a Switch and Switch 2 version. So this is due out on the 30th of October digitally. Physical version is coming on the 12th of December. We knew about most of the games that are in there. It's various different versions of games, including the home console, the arcade, and somewhat handheld versions if they had them too. So there's a lot of games on this collection.
Technically, already coming anyway, because limited run games, I'm sure, have already announced it.
Yeah, but we're getting a physical version officially on the Switch. So I think I don't know if they'd confirmed that they were doing a Switch version. Maybe the other consoles.
That is true.
So
yeah.
Okay, don't know why they've included that trailer on this particular one. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade got dated. It's coming out January 22nd for the Switch 2. It has now been confirmed that it is a game key card because the download is about 90 gigabytes. Okay. But unlike what Square Enix have been doing usually, although it is a game key card, it does come with some physical goodies.
Ooh,
including a pack of Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy cards and a reversible cover.
Oh,
that's cool.
Okay.
So
I might let them off. I mean, if you came with a full-size Buster Sword, I'd be
that would be cool. But also they have confirmed that it is for the Americas. It's only $40 as well.
Oh, that's not bad.
So it's not a full price game, at least.
Good.
No.
I
mean, by the time it comes out, the third part of the actual game will probably be
Oh, that's the interesting thing about it, though. They did actually confirm that Rebirth and the third version are also coming to all consoles. They haven't confirmed whether it's day and date with the PlayStation version, though. So they have the commitment to finish the trilogy on each system. Because at the same time, I think this was also confirmed for Xbox on January 22nd as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Next was Linked Banner of Spark, so it's Fuzzybot's new game, colourful action RPG. That's part sci-fi roguelike, part relaxed life sim. came out on the day for both Switch and Switch 2.
That's a wild combination.
Yes. Next up, I would say, is probably a game that I will never play, but actually visually looks very impressive. Hades 2.
Oh, yes.
Coming September 25th. It is a console exclusive for the moment on Switch 2.
That's cool.
Switch and Switch 2, sorry, so it's not going to be coming to any other console for the moment. Yeah, this looked impressive. Not my kind of game, because, you know, roguelite, but visually very pleasing. It's now obviously out of its early access.
The cutscenes that they showed looked amazing, and it's like, okay, so is this the actual game? Or if this is a Netflix show, and if it is, then why the hell is it in a Nintendo Direct? Because that trailer did go on for a while.
Oh, goodness.
So Brent has asked, why would you never play it? It's probably end up on Game Pass eventually. I don't play roguelites. I'm not a fan.
That's why.
Yeah. Yep. I've tried so many times to get into roguelites. I'm going to be honest, I did try Silk Song this week and deleted after an hour. It's just not my thing. Beautiful looking game, plays very well, just not my thing. Hey,
it's just not my bag, baby.
Yes. Next up, more amiibos. Now this was a very interesting one, because Kirby Air Riders is getting 2 amiibos, but with a twist. The Kirby Air Riders system, we spoke about the actual direct presentation they had. You can interchange between riders and boards, basically. You can do that with the amiibos. So there's 2 amiibos coming where the riders and the boards are interchangeable.
Right.
So think Skylanders.
Yeah, exactly.
They also confirmed that Masahiro Sakurai is going to be doing another Kirby Air Riders Direct as well.
Oh, goodness.
Because that'll be another 45 minutes of talking about Kirby Air Riders that nobody really cares about. Except me, because I like Sakurai.
Yeah. Good save.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll put my sword away. I was just sharpening it for a moment there.
No, I quite liked the look of Kirby Air Riders, but the price put me off after the fact. It was like, ugh. No.
Yeah.
Right, next up, a game that I definitely will...
Love you, Sakurai, but not to fill your pockets that much.
Yeah, no thanks. Next up, a game that I'm very interested in for once, which is very surprising considering what the older versions of the games were like. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment.
Oh, right.
The Koei Tecmo Dynasty Warriors-like game set in the Zelda universe.
Yep.
The only reason why I said this was surprising because it actually looked like it stayed stable for once. Not a 7 frames per second like it was on a 3DS version of... Oh, Jesus Christ, do you remember that version? That was awful of Hyrule Warriors. And he's going to go and get it.
I was going to say, there it is.
That one. Hold on. I also have that one.
Oh, yeah, that one was the 15 frames per second version.
That is. I've probably got the.
And then the Switch version was the 20 to 25 frames per second.
As well.
Wow.
Yeah, and then you got Age of Calamity as well.
Yeah.
Age of Calamity as well.
Yeah, which ran at just above 30 frames per second. Yeah, basically what I'm saying is...
They probably have about 30 frames per second between all 4 games.
Let's be honest, these are like massive, like open area games with huge amounts of enemies on screen and massive amounts of things going on.
Versus 1,000, that kind of thing.
So you can understand that it might tank the frame rate, but some of these were absolutely diabolical in how badly optimized they were. So for this to actually look like it stayed stable, I was pleasantly surprised with. Nana says, I swear Hyrule Warriors runs at 60 on the Switch too. That is probably the case because they've had an update. But on the Switch, it definitely was not. But yeah, it's 6th of November for this one, so they finally actually dated it outside of the winter of 2025. Yeah. Next up, a reimagined version of Dragon Quest VII.
November 6th, I think it is.
November 6th, sorry. Yeah. Did I not say that?
No, you said winter 2025.
No,
it was slated for winter 2025.
No, I said it was November 6th. It's now out. Like, they've now revealed the release date rather than the obligatory winter. Anyway, yeah, November 6th.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. This one is coming to Switch 2 on the 5th of February 2026.
Wow.
Oof. I have no interest in Dragon Quest. No offense to the games, like fine.
It used to be cool.
I think the character
played it
models for this
forever.
looks bloody awful though. They look horrid.
I need to check it out.
They look like partly human and then partly chibi, and it's like very weird mix between them.
I don't like that.
Yeah, there are some characters that just do not look good at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, just stay
no.
close to the
Like the main,
mate. Just stay close.
the main character.
Sorry, Amazon. Iconic characters there, so just stick with the original source. And it's like, no, we're going to make it our own. It's like,
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Here you go. Brent's put it. He said, I was creeped out a little by the trailer for Dragon Quest VII. Some uncanny valley heebie-jeebies. Yes.
Oh, goodness.
The main character, I
Okay.
think, is
It just
supposed
makes
to
me
be a
get your
child.
banjo out and go, ding, 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 ding,
Absolutely.
ding.
Yes. So, much love to the Dragon Quest fans out there. Like, you guys are eating good because you got all these games being remastered, remade, and all that. Fair play to you, but this is not for me. This doesn't look nice. Anyway. Speaking of things that are not nice, they never were nice. They were never good at any point in any degree whatsoever in its history. And I don't know why this is even a thing of why it is ever coming out again. NSO is getting the Virtual Boy. Not just the Virtual Boy. Nintendo have to be a bunch of dickheads and release it in the stupidest way possible.
Oh, no.
By making sure that you have to have a freaking peripheral to actually play it.
Well, okay, that's
So
weird.
the
Okay.
Virtual Boy headset that your Switch for console will go into, so you can actually damage the crap out of your eyes whilst you play the damn thing. Yes, there is the one that is made like the
my
original
gosh.
Virtual Boy, or there is the cardboard one that is clearly looks like it is made out of the old Labo, which is bloody awful.
Oh my gosh.
Mike is demonstrating the old Labo version. We'll demonstrate the old Labo version for you now. There you go.
Hey!
It's basically they've repurposed the Labo and put a bloody Virtual Boy skin on it. So yeah, the Switch will slide into there, and you'll play it like that.
Oh my gosh.
I also had a look at the price for the damn Virtual Boy one. It's £67.
Oh my gosh.
The cardboard
That's
is
more than-
£25.
Are you kidding me? You could get a Virtual Boy for less.
No, you
Nothing.
can't. No, the Virtual Boy is bloody expensive because a lot of them are all
Is it
dying
really?
out. Like
I
the
wish I would've
components in them
bought
are
one.
absolutely awful, and a lot of them are dying.
I used to go to Walmart and play the demo version, the demo set, which means I was sharing iJuice with tons of people.
Far too many
But I
people.
didn't know that. I didn't know that at the time. But yeah, I used to play it, and then I didn't know there was like a 15-minute, limit, so you didn't kill yourself and
Pretty
ruin
much,
your
yeah.
eyes. Yeah.
It was
But I
awful.
did it. I played it for
Make your eyes
a long
bleed.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
explains so much.
So-
That's why the whole world is red.
Yeah, so this is coming to the Switch Online Plus expansion subscribers for Switch
my
and
gosh.
Switch 2 on 17th of February. The Virtual Boy only ever had 14 games. They
Yes,
confirmed
exactly.
all 14 games, but they'll probably be drip fed over 3 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Which
That's
ideally, I
terrible.
think if you want people to buy this peripheral just for that, they should just release all the games, or maybe like
Yes.
here's 7 now, and then the 7 lead through 2 over every month or whatever. I
Yep.
don't know, but let's talk about this peripheral for a moment, because like you said, it's £67, and it is
Oof.
basically a tripod with a box on it.
Pretty much. They even demonstrated
The
it on
only
the
part
actual.
they would have
on-
in it is the lens. Which, to be fair, how much would the lens be? Which is just like 2 plastic lenses inside
Oh,
a
gosh.
little case, and then you put your face to. There is no controller to it. The
Nope.
controller is your very own Joy-Con
Yep.
or your Pro
Right.
controller or whatever. So you haven't even got any buttons or anything,
No.
electronic in it. and it's like, here you go, and on top of it, you can pay 67 for the privilege.
Yeah,
Oh
whereas
my
before,
God.
when they've done other consoles that are coming out, they've at least given you a controller. They never thought, oh yeah, let's actually make a Virtual Boy controller for this.
That's crazy.
Make the controller and the headset,
I mean, if
fine.
it came with a controller, you think, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
then.
I
But
could
no,
understand
just-
that a little bit
Yeah.
more. But even when they were demonstrating this on the actual stream, it looked so ridiculous. It looked like the stupidest thing in the world. I mean, I've been to shows where I've seen this being played. I've never played one myself. Never had any interest in trying it because it looks so uncomfortable to play. Okay, yeah, just imagine it. I'm just going to prop this up on here and go... Yeah, no, not a freaking chance. What a pile of shite.
Watch this space, folks. Watch this space, folks. Come, February 2nd or whatever, 17th.
17th.
He's going to have that Virtual Boy sitting on the back there. Yeah.
Yep.
Not a chance. Not a
He says
chance.
no now, but once FOMO
No.
kicks in,
Bearing-
and it's
no.
like, oh, maybe I could sell this for more.
So
Go on,
bearing
then.
in mind that every time that a new system has come out on the Switch Online, they've had a new controller. So they've had the NES, they've had the SNES, they've had the N64 and the GameCube. They've also had the Mega Drive as well. I've only bought one of those controllers, and that was the GameCube, because I've got GameCube controllers. I much rather have the wireless capabilities to play Smash with it. That's all I bought it for. And it's a damn good controller as is anyway. So I will not be buying this. I will not be eating my words. I refuse to pay this kind of money for a piece of crap plastic.
I
What a
cannot
pun.
believe them.
This is the portion of the direct where I literally said, what the fuck are they doing? Yes, I'm putting explicit on this one. I don't care.
Okay.
What the fuck are they
I
doing?
think we have to,
Nintendo think... Did Nintendo really think that anyone will buy fucking anything at this point?
Yes.
Because I think they do.
Yes, they do. They're all like that right now for some reason.
What a frigging joke.
Completely out of touch. Completely out of touch.
Absolutely, and this was nearly the nail in the coffin for me to say they've lost it. They have. I think they're close. My God. Next up, so let's simmer down for a minute, shall we? Because I'm sure the rage levels will get a lot worse later on. Fatal Frame 2 is getting a remake.
Wow, okay.
Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly is coming out early next year.
How weird is that? That's like a Japanese horror game that I didn't know anybody knew anything about.
No, it actually
That's
looks
crazy.
kind of cool, to be fair.
I have to go check that
Never
out.
played
I
Fatal
played
Frame
Maiden
2.
of Blackwater, and I played something like the Lunar Eclipse, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, I think it is. They're pretty good. I quite enjoyed them.
Yeah, I might give this a
Yeah,
go.
I look forward to this.
Yeah,
I'll have to check it
I'm a
out.
sucker for Koei Tecmo games, me. So,
of course, yeah.
and they've always treated us good as well. So they've always got us in mind for like game releases and things like that. So they've always treated us well. And big shout out to Koei Tecmo Europe and that. You guys are brilliant.
Nice.
No, sorry, Brent has asked, is this being done by Blooper? No, I don't think it is. But Mike, do you want to have a quick look into that whilst I'm going through the next one?
Yeah, let me have a look.
I'm really surprised,
I
like
may even
pleasantly.
have the email for it. Let me check.
Oh yes, it might be on the press release, right?
Yeah.
I'm
But I think
pleasantly
I've got
surprised
something
about it.
from.
Yeah, go and have a look anyway whilst I'm going through this anyway. So we got more confirmations of some Switch 2 upgrades that are coming. So One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 will see more enemies on screen when it comes to its new console.
Goodness.
It's October. Overcooked 2 gets camera play, and I thought, oh god, why? Now this one actually was quite decent. Stardew Valley is getting a Switch 2 update, which adds mouse controls, 4-player split screen, and game share. And it's coming in autumn, and that was a great thing. It's also free for anyone who also owns the previous version on Switch.
That's good. I'm glad. to
However,
hear
if you live in Japan, no, because by their law you cannot actually give a free upgrade, so they're charging.
What?
They're literally charging the equivalent of $1.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Still, that's crazy.
Bare minimum that they can.
They're charging the literal bare minimum they have to by Japanese law.
That's so crazy.
So yeah, anyone who's got Stardew Valley, I might even go and buy Stardew Valley on the Switch now just so I can get a free upgrade. Oh wait, I already do own it digitally. That's great.
Well, there you go.
I forgot I bought it.
Right. Slight update. It doesn't say anything about the Bloober team on the game. It says Koei Tecmo Europe and developer Team Ninja surprised fans by unveiling the first teaser trailer for the upcoming Japanese horror adventure game.
Team Ninja then.
So nothing about Bloober.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so and then the final game that they include in the Switch 2 upgrades is 5 new levels and mouse support coming to Human Fall Flat next year. So, next up is a Kiley game, because surprise, surprise, it might be that there is a Power Wash Simulator 2 coming out, so they had a trailer for Power Wash Simulator 2 coming to Switch 2.
And it's going to be co-op.
Yeah, it's got split screen coming this autumn.
So...
And I really hope it's online split screen, because I might actually buy it. If it's crossplay, I might buy it.
I was gonna say do that, and then we'll have a sesh. We'll get everybody on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
See, I mean, I think it's great for people that like these kind of games, but for me, it doesn't overly wow me because I have a car that I wash. So
yeah, but Kiley has a patio with a courtyard that she washes.
Well, free. I have to pay €1 or something. Yeah.
No, Pete. No.
Kiley takes her car in to get valet.
I was gonna say, Pete. Now I've got like people that do that for me now.
Oh, what? So you don't actually power wash your own courtyard anymore?
No,
unbelievable.
I like the shootout.
Kiley is sitting there playing Power Wash Simulator whilst there's someone outside power washing her yard. Yeah.
Yes.
You're such a champagne socialist. It's unreal.
Trotskyist.
Oh no, I have people for that. Right, where am I in Power Wash Simulator?
Okay, right.
I'm surprised you haven't got people to play Power Wash Simulator for you.
Maybe that's next year's goal.
Maybe that's why crossplay's a thing. She can just sit there and go, right, you clean this and I'll do it.
Yeah, clean that.
Yeah, there you go. I'm running the business here. Right. Next up was Suka Game Planet. So a fruit matching puzzle game coming to Switch and Switch 2 this.
Let me tell Brent right quick. It does actually. Power Wash Simulator 1 does have co-op, but I don't think it's crossplay. But I could be wrong.
I don't know if it did.
But yes.
Yeah, but you played the beta version of it to start off with, where it had none of that.
Yeah, so it's yeah. I've got the original.
Anyway, so next up, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. They showed a very, 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 very brief trailer for this, highlighting that Samus now has a bike and there are open areas of this. So it's basically an open world first-person shooter. Cool. And they gave it a release date of December 12th, 2025. Ooh. So my prediction was unfortunately wrong by a month. God damn it. Mike, you can attest to this because I did say, didn't I? I said in our group, I said January. Prediction was January 2026. Shit.
Oh, they want to hit that holiday mark, don't they?
They do, yeah.
I mean,
and this is the latest.
Metroid is not going to be a system seller. It's not going to be a system seller, but it is going to sell you.
Yeah. Did you know that up until Metroid Dread, not a single Metroid game had sold above 3 million copies before then? And even then, Metroid Dread, they never actually revealed it did hit over 3 million.
Wow.
They got really close.
No.
They just sort of stopped announcing the sales data for it. Anyway, yeah, Metroid is not the most popular series. It's loved.
It's not, but the Metroid Prime is actually pretty good. I quite enjoyed the Metroid Prime Remastered, and I really want to get the 2 and 3 on the Switch as well at some point.
I think
if they ever release them.
2 will come to GameCube eventually.
Also, Pylord is not wrong.
What did Pylord say?
I mean, when is Pylord ever wrong?
That's true. He's right more than he's ever wrong. That is very true.
Kylie pays people to wash her windows and it takes them for her.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Thank you. Next up, look, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm not gonna say what I need to say about one particular side of this first.
Okay.
Why has Mike died?
Uh-oh.
His
We've
camera's
lost
gone.
Mike.
Mike, are you still
Oh, no.
there?
Can you still hear us?
Oh no, his actual his microphone's gone as well.
Oh, no. Well,
Oh.
we'll just fill the time.
Yeah.
Stretch for time. Stretch for time.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I reckon his battery's
Oh,
died
no. All right. Well, we'll continue on. We'll circle back around and get his.
Well, yeah,
opinion.
I'll ask him what his thoughts are about it. I think I probably know what his thoughts are about it.
Yeah.
He did say that he's been playing Donkey Kong Bonanza for a reason.
Yes.
And this is the reason. There is
Oh.
DLC that was out that day for it called DK Island and Emerald Rush.
Oh,
There we go. Hey.
Hey! Yeah, sorry about that,
Charge?
guys. My phone was dying. Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much.
Yeah, I thought so. Anyway, yeah, I literally just said that we've got DK Island and Emerald Rush DLC, which was out this day. Out on the day.
Oh, no, I heard everything, so
Okay, cool.
we can
okay.
carry on.
Awesome.
Good,
So,
good.
I'm going to get back to this in a minute on my thoughts about it because it might play into something else a little bit later as well. But Mike, as you've been playing this, what do you think?
I mean, have you tried it out yourself, sorry? Have you tried it?
No, it's paid DLC, and I had no interest in returning to Donkey Kong Bonanza after I finished
I was
it.
gonna say, yeah.
Fair enough. You probably won't anyway. I mean, I quite enjoy it, but it's kind of got like roguelike elements to it now.
And that's exactly
So
what put me off about it as well. I was like, no thanks.
Yeah.
Right.
So I have uploaded gameplay for it, so if anybody wants to check that out, you can. So, but to give you a brief, review. So they've added a new layer to the game, which is obviously DK Island, so you can go around and explore that. There's no like bananas or anything that you have to collect or fossils. It's just there. But the new DLC, which you can only access after beating the game, which has you go around collecting this new emerald ore, or Void himself. So the antagonist of the main game, he shanghais you basically into his company to go around, scavenging emerald ore, which you have a time limit and you have to try and hit the goals. Okay. And then there'll be like certain goals that he adds, side goals, where you can earn extra ore and stuff like that. So like defeat so many enemies, or collect so much ore, and that kind of stuff, which is not too bad. And then once you beat one stage, you can then unlock other layers as well. So any of the layers that you've played before, you can unlock them and play the game there as well. That's it. That's it in a nutshell.
Right.
Sure. Okay.
Sounds good.
Right. We shall move on because you won't have to wait long for my thoughts on that particular part of things. Because next up we got Pokemon Legends ZA, new trailer for that, including a new paid DLC for a game that isn't even out yet, called Mega Dimension. Where two Mega Evolutions for Raichu are from another dimension, and God knows what else is happening from there. And this is particularly disgusting from Nintendo because it'd be disgusting from every other fucking company that does it before, announcing DLC before the game is even announced or
Yeah,
before it's
pretty bad.
even launched, which will bring me back full circle round to DK Bonanza. I think that's pretty disgusting that they've released that literally about a month and a half after the game was released, because that clearly was built from the ground up
Well, yeah.
before the game was fucking released, and they've saved it for a £18 DLC.
Golly, that's a lot.
Yes it is. You don't have something like DK Island that would take you a long time to actually create, plus an emerald, which is never seen in the main game. Yes, it would probably be a palette swap of the gold that was there, but not the point. The game mode itself would have had to have been made and QA tested long before long before the game even came out. So it feels like they have purposely held it off to sell to you. And the Mega Dimensions for ZA is exactly the same. Pokemon Company and Nintendo are becoming that scummy ass, disgusting company that will hold off content.
Yeah, that's true.
Fuck me, I'm out of this now. Jesus
Maybe
Christ.
maybe they'll get better.
No, they're only going to get
I mean,
worse.
it's something that you spoke about a couple of weeks ago, in like saying we need a renaissance really in the video game industry, and you're absolutely right, because obviously they've been on this high that they've been riding for the last decade or so, where it's like, hey, we can basically sell any slop and anyone will buy it, and they will buy it, and we will just keep doing that. Let's fire off all our beta testers, because it doesn't matter if the game's complete or if it's good or if it's got bugs or anything. We can always fix that after the fact, and on top of that, we'll sell it for even more money, so we're still earning more money. And it's like, until we actually say, do you know what, hang on, stop here for a moment. Look, I love playing video games, I'm not going to lie, and I will buy video games to play them. There comes a point where you're just slapping me in the face, and I'm paying you for the privilege.
Yes, 100%, absolutely.
So yeah, it does need to come a point where, as gamers, we are going to have to say, no, hang on a second, right? Okay, your prices are getting out of hand. I mean, if the development costs are that much, go smaller. Make smaller games. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be a huge open world every single time.
No.
It can be a typical 2D side scroller if it has to be. I mean, Yoshi, for example, is one of those games. It is a 2D side scroller game, and it always has been throughout its, with Crafted World, Woolly World.
Yeah.
But I can
that kind of thing.
But I can almost guarantee that the new Yoshi game will still be fucking £70 though.
Don't say that.
Absolutely.
Oh, it will be.
Absolutely.
Absolutely will
Because it's Nintendo Switch too, so
be. Yeah.
it will be. And it'll be like, and they want us to pay for it. So, and
that's the thing.
I totally get it. I mean,
Go on.
Yeah.
So like Shinobi Art of Vengeance, I've been playing obviously this week. That, like, had I not bought it on CD keys, or loaded as they're now officially called, for 17 quid, it still would have only been £22. And that game has got a fuck ton of content, like, and a deep system. I don't need to go and pay a stupid amount of money to enjoy a game. Like, a game like that, I know is 8 hours worth and is very much worth its money.
Well,
I don't care.
it's like what I'm pretty sure you brought it up last week as well. You did.
It was, but you've come back in now. It's fine.
I mean, muted. Okay, don't know why. It's like, I think you touched upon it last week with Team Cherry and Hollow Knight. Now, look, it's not a game that particularly appeals to me. I appeal to you, but you also before that you played it, you gave it back, kind of thing. We can't deny that game, which £19.99 or £17 or whatever, and it crashed everything. It crashed every digital storefront was on. So Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, Steam, GOG, whatever. It crashed them all because it was highly anticipated and it was cheap. Let's not, kid ourselves. It was cheap for what it is. If they charged 30, it wouldn't have crashed every single system. A lot of people still would have bought it, but it probably every single storefront. But this is the thing that like Nintendo and. This is just with consuming in general. I mean, like I touched on before we started recording, I said, like, I took my brother to the airport and the prices that they charged there, and it's absolutely, criminal. And I know that, the shop fronts there have got a high, upkeep that they have to pay to the airports. And it's like, okay, so now, because that's high, well, we're going to have to charge you, through the arse, basically.
Yep.
And I am always of the thought that if your prices are lower, you are more likely to get people in to buy, so therefore your profits are always going to be better.
Yep.
You're trying to rip people off for the off chance of a flyver, and if you charge less, you will probably be quitting. That's just logic to me. And it's the same with these games. It's like, if we sold Donkey Kong for a million copies at $80 or whatever, we're going to be, quitting. And I said, yeah, but you could probably make, 2 million sales if the game was 60 or 50, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would it give you more profit?
Yeah. It's stupid anyway, but I think, Mike,
It's criminal. It's absolutely criminal.
It is, but I think your connection's a bit funky, by the way.
And that is, it is across everything. It is consumerism at its absolute worst.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll move on from this because.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah,
we got a lot to get through.
I know, Mike. Your connection is a bit off. Like you're very robotic.
Man. We're losing you.
Yeah, we are. Unfortunately,
we're losing you, Mike.
So yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyway, so we'll carry on whilst Mike tries to see if he can fix his technical issues. So next up, they had so also included within the Pokemon section was called Pokemon Pokepedia, which is a very unusual game. It was sort of like an Animal Crossing like game for Pokemon fans.
Apologise.
Where you play as a Ditto, which is very weird.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like Ditto.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. Anyway, looks a bit funky. Right, next up. The robot is still here, I'm afraid.
Oh no, it went away for a minute and then it came back.
Mike, do you want to just back out and then come back into the call? Cool. Awesome. Yeah, we'll carry on. He will come back in a minute anyway. So
yeah.
Next up, they had a remake, another remake of this is not particularly a Nintendo game anyway, but it's a game that's beloved. Classic murder adventure game Danganronpa 2 is getting a remake called Danganronpa 2x2, which,
that's awesome.
according to those who know the Danganronpa series, they've been wanting a Danganronpa 4. This is probably the developers' way of saying 2x2 equals 4, so this Danganronpa 4. Yeah, I actually thought that was quite a funny joke, to be fair.
That's pretty good, yeah.
There's new content coming to it as well, so it's not just a straight up remake. Awesome, thank you. You're much better. Yeah, did you?
I had to close some windows for some reason. Things down and then start them up again.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. So Danganronpa 2. Next up was Dynasty Warriors Origins, which is coming next year, January 22nd. So there's also DLC coming to the game. This game had already come out on PS5 and Xbox Series, so it's making its jump to the Switch too. But there is DLC coming day and date, probably on the other systems. So we're getting the Switch 2 version is the full game plus the DLC. Fine. Next up, Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection got a date, which is 13th of March 2026. Awesome.
Cool.
Not my kind of game, but hey, I know people who like Monster Hunter Stories.
Hey.
Yeah. Next up, we'll cover the announcements that happened after the initial one. Resident Evil 7 and 8 are coming as a dual pack on February 27th, 2026, on the same day that Resident Evil Requiem is also coming to the Switch too.
That's weird.
So Requiem is coming out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and the Switch 2 now. And I'm not going to lie, I saw this and I went, oof, this looks a bit rough.
Oh no.
I saw this and thought, oof, my wallet is going to hurt. You're releasing 3 games on the same day, and it's like you expect people to buy all of them on the same day.
Yeah, that was what I found a little bit strange, is if you want to play Requiem, but you hadn't played 7 and 8, and you were like, right, I want to see what this first-person series is like. Okay, let's go and play those first, but surely you're just going to play Requiem first. It's the newer game, isn't it? It's very weird. Like, surely the best thing to do would to be release, like, the double pack, like, a month early and give people the chance to play them first. But hey, Capcom is Capcom, and Capcom never do things as normal, like by anyone's standards.
That's very true.
But fair enough, we got a double pack coming. I was surprised because I thought actually if they were going to do a double pack, it would be Resident Evil 2 and 3.
For instance, he bought the 7 and 8 bundle and didn't regret it, so that's good.
Yeah, I've got no issue with them. I've got Village on PS5 that I actually haven't played, but I probably should play it at some point.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
I'm definitely going to play Village. I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah,
it's Lady Dimitrescu.
Apparently the game itself is quite good too.
It is.
Yeah,
But yes, it is good. It is
Yeah, I've
good.
heard
Cut your hand off and just stick a bandage around it. It's fine. It'll grow back.
brilliant.
That's right.
Yeah, I can shove some iodine on it and her hand will instantly grow back.
But it has an 8-foot tall vampire lady with big boobs. It's great.
Big titty tall vampire lady.
Kylie,
Yes.
you did not need to sell it to me. I have already got it. I should just play it at some point.
It's
It was
good.
one of
It is-
those
it
games
is
that I
good.
picked up when game in my local town was shutting and I bought
Yeah.
it for cheap, so should
No,
get
it's
around to
good.
playing it. Yeah, I just thought it was a little bit weird. Like, I'm loving the fact
Yeah.
that Requiem is also coming to Switch 2, so if you
Yeah.
Switch 2 is your main console, fantastic. It didn't look like the best version of it. It looked a bit rough.
I mean,
Looked a bit rough.
Yep.
But people were speculating that there were certain parts of the trailer that could be teasing towards something that we may already know about through leaks, and it's possible to keep an eye out for Tokyo Game Show because it's possible they will reveal it there.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
or at the Game Awards. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it because obviously people are not in tune to leaks, so I'm not going to cover it until it
Yeah.
happens. Brent's put, by the way, you still can't pre-order Resident Evil 9 yet, which is a little concerning. That is a bit strange.
That is strange.
Nana said, you don't need to play 7 and 8 to understand Resident Evil 9. Yeah, I know it's a completely separate story, but it's a similar system, isn't it, in the first person like system. I know
Yeah.
there is a third person mode to it,
Yeah.
but it plays similarly, so I think that's why they've bundled the two together to play. But yeah, that's the only reason why I consider it a bit strange. Anyway, said that being said,
Mind you,
7
they
and 8
have
make
got like
sense.
up to 6 on the Nintendo Switch anyway, haven't
Yeah.
they? And obviously,
Yes.
Nintendo Switch 2 compatible. So the only games it was really missing was 7 Village and obviously Requiem when
Yeah.
it comes out. Although, if I remember rightly, 7 and 8 did come to Switch, but they were cloud versions.
Yeah, there definitely was.
Technically, you're paying for the privilege of not even having the game.
Yeah, it was definitely was a cloud version of 7. I can't remember whether Village was. I don't recall. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right.
Moving on.
Final game of the Direct. Let's not beat around the bush here because this one comes probably as absolutely no surprise to anybody who's a Nintendo fan whatsoever. Because Intelligent Systems is back with another Fire Emblem game. Yeah.
Oh, right, yes.
I quite like Fire Emblem.
It's a
they've
solid
got an
game.
interesting twist with it this time around. Where it seems like the what are they called? Like the not the Olympics, like the Colosseum did, like the sports and stuff in Rome.
Yeah, the
You
Colosseum.
know, where they made people fight gladiators. Yeah, the Colosseum, that's it. But it's got a name, like the People's Games or something that they used to make them do.
of course.
Like the chariot racing and stuff like that before
Yeah.
they started getting, really brutal with things. So it's got that kind of vibe to it. And then there's also like a teaser at the end of the trailer with Sothis. Now, if anybody who doesn't know Sothis is, she's one of the characters from like Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
So yeah, this is called Fire Emblem Fortune's Weaves, coming next year. They didn't reveal an actual date to it. It was just an arbitrary 2026, but we know what it's like. It will probably come late next year. It's just their game to tease for, for a long time. And let's be honest, Fire Emblem is probably one of their more popular series nowadays because it's had so many games. Like ever since it came over from Japan to the West,
Yes.
like, I think it was Fire Emblem on one of the Fire Emblems. I think it's Path of Radiance on the GameCube, wasn't it?
Yes.
It is grown leaps and bounds where it has become a mainstay for quite a lot of Nintendo fans. It's not my kind of game. I always preferred Intelligent Systems, like Advance War series, but and Famicom Wars, but that's just me. I just didn't get on board with Fire Emblem as a whole, but I'm happy for the Fire Emblem fans, so that was more in jest that I went, another Fire Emblem game, because it's not for me. But hey, Fire Emblem fans have been eating real good for the last 10 years. including having more of the roster on Smash Brothers than nearly every other bloody series.
Yes.
So, yeah, fair enough. Like, I can understand why they've gone with it. Makes sense. So, yeah, that was the Direct. So, Mike, I'm going to throw this to you. Give this a rating out of 1 to 5 on the rapid review scale. Is he muted?
It's about 8 or 9, isn't there? You can play a whole game of Smash.
Uh-oh, he's really delayed, mate. Really delayed.
But we did see that was 3. He did rate 3, but it's delayed.
Yeah, true. Okay, 3 out of 5. Do you want to do the back out and come back in? Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
He clearly can hear me on time, but we can't hear a single thing that he said.
It's a live show. It happens.
It does. Anyway, it's fine. Maybe his data is being absolutely hounded by video, so maybe... I don't know. We'll see. I'll go into it. I thought this was particularly poor. I thought this was actually quite awful, if I'm honest. I was solely very disappointed by this one. I thought it was a pile of dog crap, actually. I put it in the WhatsApp group that me and Mike are in. I said it was average at best, and Mike chimed in and went, "Don't you mean below average?" I was being generous when I said average at best. No, it was fucking awful.
It was not great at all. I mean, it started off... so I think it could have been 2 directs. So they could have had, like, the Mario 40th, and then they could have had their direct. And even then, they still missed the mark. There are a lot of games in there that have already been announced, that have already, been released. The only thing that they just did was, give release dates to these games, or, release windows for a good part of them. Oh, this is coming, instead of 2026, it's now spring 2026 and spring 2026. I was like, okay, fine, fair enough. But these are games that we already knew that were coming to the system. Now, obviously, the exception to the rule with that was obviously Power Wash Simulator 2 and the Resident Evil games. Okay, fine, fair enough. But like, Monster Hunter Stories 3, we already knew that was already covered in one of the previous directs. Hyrule Warriors, the Imprisonment War or Age of Imprisonment also was revealed before. Pokopia, that could have been covered in a bloody Pokemon Direct or whatever.
Probably should have been.
Here.
Should have been an email.
Pokemon Legends ZA, same again. Already had, was part of the Pokemon Direct before. They haven't really announced anything else except for, we're charging you a DLC on top of it now. More money for us.
DK Bananza's DLC.
Fire Emblem, okay. DK Bananza DLC as well. There wasn't anything there. You thought, oh, actually, that's fantastic. There was no, if they'd said, Doom, the last
Doom
one.
Dark Ages.
Dark Ages. If they said that, they'd say, oh, okay then. Or Mass Effect Legacy Edition. You think, oh, okay then. Because that hadn't previously been announced. But it's like, EA would have the FC 2026 in there. It's like, okay, so you got that.
Oh, yeah, they had a sizzle reel of things, didn't they? But none of it was that important. Like, there was a couple of games in there that were okay, but... In fact, they're not even cut.
Okay, but that's it. It was just okay at best.
Yes, they were so
inconsequential. And we've already had a showcase and an indie World Presents that they could have gone in either one of them. And it's like, okay, we're going to stick it into the main direct now. And it's like, okay. But it was, to be honest, it was subpar at best.
Yep. So I'm going to go on the line. I'm going to go on the record and say exactly what I need to say about this one. And bearing in mind, yes, I will hold my hands up. I am a Nintendo fan. So this may come as quite a shock. I think Nintendo are now at the point where they are peak fucking Sony in their absolute arrogance. They were on top, and now they've gone, well, we can charge what we want, we can do what we want, we can cut DLC and sell it to you for more money, we can do upgraded versions like they've done with fucking Last of Us and stuff like that. This peak Nintendo and now peak Sony. This is a fucking shambolic mess. cast your mind back to how the Switch was. You had the first year, you had banger after banger after banger, month on month on month for that first fiscal year that the system was out. You had so many interesting games. You had Mario Odyssey, you had Splatoon 2, you had ARMS, which is a new IP. You had some ports in there, but that was ports from a system that had failed notoriously badly. But those ports were like actually good ports as well, which were decent, but it filled up a release cycle that was strongly supported by third parties as well. So there was always something to play. Even in March, when you'd had Breath of the Wild, at the end of March, after you'd finished playing that, you had a fucking global test fire for Splatoon 2. Like, do you remember how hyped we were? Like, just going, oh, we've had one big game. Oh, now we've got this to play. Oh, this is amazing. And then a few months later, it was out in full release. My God. Now, what have we got from the first year so far of the system and the Nintendo Switch 2? We've had a fuck ton of third-party games that are basically already available on other systems and play better on other systems, apart from probably Cyberpunk, which probably does play better on other systems, but it's got mouse support, so fantastic. We've got Yakuza Kiwami, that's a director's cut of the game that is officially locked to everybody else but Switch 2 people, which, actually, I'd quite like the director's cut on PC, thank you very much. But nope, not allowed it because Nintendo have locked that off to everyone else. Yeah, cheers! Really appreciate that. We've got games that have come out. Like, from the first party, we've got Mario Kart World, which has failed to live up to any fucking expectation of what Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was. DK Bananza, that was okay at best, probably mid to okay. And now we've got Metroid Prime 4 at the literal arse end of the year. And a few other games like Hades 2, which fantastic. I'm great that Hades 2 is coming to the system as a console exclusive, for those people. But those people who have got early access on Hades 2 on Steam and other systems, what the fuck else are they going to have to do? Just play the early access version because Nintendo have come in and gone, yeah, you can have this as a console exclusive. That doesn't feel right at all. It's fucking bullshit, honestly.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Nintendo went for a point where they kind of humbled themselves with the Wii U, and it's like, oh, this was an absolute, failure. It was a huge, massive failure.
It was.
And then, with the Nintendo Switch came along, it's like they're selling it at cost, basically, to, try and rack up the numbers, and then, really hard-hitting, making sure that they had a stable library, because that was another thing that the Wii U didn't have, was a constant library of, hard-hitting games, because, Mario Kart 8, for the Wii U came out in 2015, didn't it? So the console had already failed for 3 years. Yeah, 2014. Wow. Okay, so the console had already failed for a good couple of years before that game finally came out. And then Smash Bros also towards the end of its life cycle as well. It's it's So it was just in this time around, it's no, we're going to make sure we got the hard-hitting games, bang, 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 bang. Now, I know that they're in a bit of a transition period with the Nintendo Switch 2 because it has backward compatibility. So that's fantastic. You've got this huge library of games that they've already got from the previous system that they can people can play on the new one. But they're heavily relying on that fact.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you said, Pete, we've got Mario Kart World, which I enjoy, but it's no Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I've played Donkey Kong Bananza, also a very, very good game, but it still doesn't... It's not quite, I mean, it's great, but not GOTY material. Then, like you said, Metroid, I am really, really looking forward to Metroid, but, it is looking like Metroid's got to be the game of the year for Nintendo because the other two have failed to, live up to anything, not even come close. And even then, it's got, so much against it because there's been such bangers this year on other systems.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be hard for any Nintendo game to become even close to being nominated, let alone trying to become a game of the year.
And that's the thing, is that 2025 could go down as literally one of the best years in video game history because of how many good games that have come out. And it will be the one year that I'll turn around and go, none of them were Nintendo games at all, which is surprising to say the least.
Yeah. And Pokemon, let's face it, is Pokemon. No, Pokemon fans are absolutely going to love it or trash it, but they're still not going to make it Game of the Year.
Yeah, but the problem with the Pokemon fans, as much as I like Pokemon to a certain degree, like for what it's done for video games, the Pokemon fans will turn around and say, "Oh, let's boycott," and they'll still fucking sell like 15 million copies. Yeah. Because they won't boycott it, and yet all the problems with the game will actually be still prevalent 3 years later, because Pokemon Company will not update that game. They will not do anything to that game post-launch, because they'll be they'll be moving on to development cycle for the next generation, or for the next Legends game, or for the other 20 other fucking projects that they're doing at every other time, not including all the time that they're spent suing the crap out of Palworld. Or any other company that decides to infringe on their, quote, copyright that is frivolous at best. This is shit, honestly. And most people turn around and say,
pull their heads out of their own arses, and smell the roses a little bit, and try and, reconnect with consumers, and, actually, what is it they want? Because, things are not working here. People are not enjoying our games. Our games are, are supposed to be top tier, high quality, I mean, the seal of quality that Nintendo used to have.
Yeah.
Sorry, do you see that anywhere on their fucking games anymore? Because I don't. I don't see any seal of quality on them.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's like, where is this seal of equality? It is completely, just non-existent now.
Yep.
And it's like they can. I mean, that's not saying they haven't released some absolute bangers with like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Odyssey, Super Smash Bros. But then like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and that, that's down to Sakurai and his team. Yeah, Nintendo gave him free reign, but not
even a first-party developer or second-party developer. They're contractors. Same with Bandai Namco. They're just contractors for Nintendo. Like, long gone are the days where they actually have their own first or second party developers like Rare, now so more than ever they rely heavily on Intelligent Systems, because Intelligent Systems are the only ones that seem to put out a half decent game. And whilst Fire Emblem probably isn't my kind of game, they're always high quality, at least.
Yeah.
But my God, it's embarrassing, and more difficult to call myself a Nintendo fan nowadays when all I can see is just rampant, blatant anti-consumerism, anti-consumer, and just pure consumerism on their part. And it's just, let's just make a fucking bottom dollar, and that's all it is. Like, I know they're a company, they're not our friends, they never were our friends.
Yeah.
But at least they pretended to care. But I'm still gonna go on and say that I said it a few weeks ago, and I will reiterate it. Nintendo are now the Disney of the video games industry. They are no better than Disney. They have got a wealth and breadth of IP that is so well known that they can do what they feel like they can do whatever the fuck they want, and they need a reality check. And Disney is getting theirs at the moment. Nintendo will get theirs soon enough, and one of them will be me.
I mean, look, how long are they going to sit on like not bringing out another F-Zero game? I mean, if they can do a Kirby Air Riders racing game, straight after Mario Kart World. And it's like, okay, but what about F-Zero? That has been dormant since the GameCube, basically.
Probably.
And then, like, Star Fox as well, which is, I mean, on the Wii U, it probably wasn't as great as it could have been, or well-received, whatnot. But, like, they got all these fantastic IPs, and it's, like, hardly doing anything with them. It's like, come on.
The problem with Star Fox Zero is it was basically just a fucking remake of the original Star Fox all over again for the third time, with a crappy control system. It was awful. F-Zero, like, they're probably not going to make another F-Zero game because Sega already trumped them to that one and they made the best F-Zero game, and Sega are now doing their own kart races, so they don't want to bother with it anymore. So what's the point? Just like the same thing, they've got all these dormant franchises they're going to do nothing with, and we claim that Xbox are just as bad for doing it, but I think Nintendo are nearly as bad at the same time. It took them fucking 17 years to make a new 3D Donkey Kong. Like, they left that languishing in the shadows for as long as they could.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm pissed, and my score is probably a 1.5 out of 5, because this was fucking awful. Just a joke. Anyway, I'm done. I've had enough ranting.
Yeah, I think for the betterment of this episode of this podcast, I think we should probably start wrapping it up. And that's coming
Before
from
I
me.
get any more grey hairs.
Yeah.
I think for our mental health, mate, we're going to have to just, I mean, we could go on for literal hours with what is wrong with the game industry and what was wrong with that direct. And now, look, I've always said I've always been very, very defensive or, loyal to the fact that I said, do you know what? There's some games there that weren't for me, and that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
There are some games there that weren't for me, and that's all right. But then it's like, come to the point that we see this, and it's like, you're not even trying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So, I mean, where's the surprises? Where's the wow? Where's the pizzazz that you had before when you started these directs? It's just losing that kind of familiarity. It's losing that energy that it had before. It's like, oh, here's some more games.
Yeah.
Here's some more games. It's like, but we
Yeah.
already know these games.
Yeah,
These you could have just
quantities and known
posted
entities
on
at
your
this
social
point.
media. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, so
Yeah, so just to go over some of the comments, Brent asked, sorry, I'll start with Nano because he said, I forgot Mega Man is getting a new collection and this time it's the Star Force collection. Yeah, that was revealed in the Japanese Direct. We didn't even get that in R1. Fantastic.
Wow.
Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection out in 2026. It's only in Japanese Direct. Brent asked, do you think this is because TGS is coming up? No, I don't think so. I think this was what they had on offer, and probably what they'll show at TGS will be exactly what they had here. Probably playable demos of some of the games that they had available. Nana's also confirmed that in terms of first party studios is asking Mercury Steam are not even a second party studio. They're not even they only got brought on to do the Metroid games on 3DS, didn't they? They do make other games for other systems. Retro Studios is probably the only one that seems to be putting out decent games, and even then they didn't want to do Metroid Prime 4 and only had to come back because Nintendo begged them to do it.
Oh goodness.
Yes, okay,
because
they did.
Bandai Singapore sat the bed with that or something.
Yes, they did, and to be fair, to give them all props and credit where it was due, Retro did actually make two very good Donkey Kong games. So fair enough. He then said Square Enix kind of given that they funded the Octopath series. Yeah, that's true, but they're not exclusively like Switch developers, are they? Brent's put, all the more reason for me not to invest in a Switch 2. Absolutely, don't spend your money. It's $500 fucking... For you guys over in the US, it's $500. It's a lot of money. It was $450 for us, and my God, if it wasn't for the fact I'm playing Street Fighter 6 regularly on it, I wouldn't even own the system anymore.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I only bought a Street Fighter for ease of usability. That was all it was. Now it says, Pete, I can't agree more. I can't agree there, sorry. I wish he'd have said I can't agree more. Because Nintendo do actually care about their franchises. Like with Metroid, they brought them back, and it's like Star Fox, they did try. They also made Metroid Dread, to be fair, and that's like the best Metroid game. Yeah, they did actually. Fair point. I would agree and disagree. They do care about their franchises, but they also don't seem to care so much about them anymore. As much as they used to.
I think they do care a lot about their franchises, and it depends on how far they're willing to go with each franchise. If they saw, like, for example, Star Fox was failing, it's like, well, there's no point doing another Star Fox game. The interest is not there, and we'd rather, just not do it and do something else that people would prefer to, play, like Zelda. I mean, there's a reason why Zelda keeps going out, because there's always going to be this huge fan base to play these games. That's not saying there isn't a fan base for Star Fox games.
But it's significantly
It's not as big as Zelda. It's not as big as Mario, and that is why Mario will always, they always shoot out games for Mario, and always all these spin-offs. So Mario Tennis, like we're getting another bloody Mario Tennis game. Seriously. That's not to shit on it, but it's like,
no, it's
come on, seriously. The big 40th anniversary, and your big game for Mario is tennis. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they would also
just
do the
give
same
me
with
Olympics
Mario.
games at this point.
Yeah, they'd also say the same about Mario Party. They've had a Mario Party game game on, like, at least 3 Mario Party games on every single system known to man, apart from the Wii U. That was the only one that they didn't. And even then, it still had, what, 2?
Yeah. Well, look, Switch has got Super Mario Party Superstar, Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Yeah, exactly. And you go back to the N64, 1, 2, and 3. The GameCube, 4, 5, and 6.
GameCube, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, the Wii had 7.
Wii had 7 and 8, and then the Wii U had 10.
No, sorry, they had 4 on the GameCube, because that had 7. And then it was 8.
Oh.
And then it was 8, wasn't it?
It was just 8 on...
8 on Wii.
8 and 9.
8 and 9, and then 10 on Wii U.
10 on the Wii U.
Yeah, but then they also had other ones on the DS and the 3DS at the time. So
yeah.
But yes.
Yeah, let's move on. Sorry, Nana did say another couple of sentences.
Kylie, how are you? We haven't spoken to you in an age.
Sorry, Nana's just quickly put, I'm going to be honest, I think next year they reveal 3D Mario and next Zelda and all will be healed, to be honest, because I think that's what people are waiting on deep down. I wouldn't completely disagree, but I think at this point it's getting close to me going, I'm probably just going to get rid of my Switch 2. Close to.
He does that. He does do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
one of the things I do like with some of these games that were announced was like with Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, it had game share as well. So if you're at a friend of yours is going to come and play with you, you can have one copy of the game and they can play it on their system through game share, which fine, fair enough. And with a couple of other games as well that said with like game share, that's great. Okay, I can see that. But as regards to, let's look at like Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games. Let's not count Metroid, because Metroid is on the Nintendo Switch as well. Pokemon Legends is also on Nintendo Switch. And it's like this transition period. It's like, so what has the Switch 2
Bananza
actually got that is its own? See, that's it until like Kirby. Oh, yeah, they had the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Kirby Air Riders, and had the Nintendo Switch 2 version of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. But there's still a Nintendo Switch 2 version. The game came out on Switch.
Like the same thing with Jamboree, Mario Wonder. They're all Switch games that have got paid for upgrades for the Switch 2. Great. How is this any different from The Last of Us Part 1 remake? It's not. How is this any different from The Last of Us Part 2 remastered? It's not. It's not any different. It's stupid.
Those were actually remastered, whereas these are just like upscaled.
Yeah, even Mario Galaxy is just fucking ports from the Wii with an upscaler on it. Fantastic. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Let's close this out because we're nearly at 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yep.
God damn.
I'm sleepy and hungry.
Yeah.
But we hope you have enjoyed this episode, and thank you so much for joining us. Mike, where can they find you out there?
They can find us over on our website, www.miketendo64.com, where we post the latest news, reviews, interviews, giveaways, and so much more. We also have our YouTube channel on MikeTendo64, where we post our Game and Chat podcast, where we invite members of the gaming community and industry to play games with us whilst talking about themselves. We also post gameplay videos up there as well, and also currently fighting YouTube again because they've decided to demonetize us.
Yeah, thanks YouTube.
Goodness. I have a little mini rant about that.
So we've had to appeal for that again and send a video to say, no, we don't use reused content. It is us that is recording it. So, please, we would appreciate it.
Yeah, it's because both you and your brother Jack, record the same gameplay, don't you?
Well, yes, but I will do something different. He will do something different. For when I record gameplay, I would add audio commentary. My brother plays it; he does straight gameplay. So there'll be some people that will want to watch it with commentary. There'll be other people that will prefer it without commentary. So that's fine.
Yeah, I don't see any issue with that. That's just stupid. Then
no, I'm wondering if it's like, for example, the First Light 007 First Light, where we did a live reaction to it, and I used the stream of it with the volume down, and my friend and I talking over it the whole time. I don't know if it's something like that, or if it's a video that we've done 6-7 years ago, which is now close to 1 million views. But because it was basically recorded screen cutscenes of a video game, which we straight recorded with the system, with the capture card. I don't know. So I did appeal and said, look, if you could let us know which ones are actually being affected or whatever, well then we can remove them or we can do something with them. But you can't just say, oh, you got reused content and we'll shut you down. Tell us which ones. But anyway, yes, moving on.
Yes. Well, Pete, do your thing, because I'm gonna have a little YouTube mini rant myself.
Cool. You can find me kicking a can down the road like Nintendo seem to be doing at the moment, or you can find me on a podcast called The Never Watchers, where we cover movies and TV shows, whether it be the Marvel Cinematic Universe or films that both even myself or Kurt haven't watched before. That's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other podcast players at The Never Watchers, and you can find that on social media, on Blue Sky, Twitter, The Never Watchers. Kiley.
All right, so you can find me at twitch.tv/KLEY_WILDE, where I do stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Normally this is where I go. Come check me out on TikTok and YouTube. Do keep checking TikTok and YouTube. Eventually there'll be content again, but I want to say something about YouTube right quick. And this is like, if Denker's still out there, Gani, if you hear this later, anybody, Mike, you too as well, anyone who regularly posts
is this to do with the restricted mode they've added?
Not quite, but it might all be connected.
Okay.
So one thing is, you have on YouTube, you have your shorts and then you have your long play videos. My shorts usually get between 10 and 20k views. I'm quite proud of that fact. My long play videos, they get like 20 views. That's fine. People can only take me in small doses. I get it. But I could pretty much count on that, pretty consistently. And then I noticed all of a sudden, at the beginning part of August, my views went poof. They disappeared. And it was really upsetting because it actually disappeared off of TikTok at the same time. I attributed it to the UK law, the ID law and changing things like that. Seemed logical. Well, today I watched a video by Moist Critical, who was working with Josh Hayes. A lot of people know who the frick those are if they are eternally online like I am. But,
I know Moist Critical.
Most people do. And he was like, yeah, I don't ever check my numbers. And I was thinking, yeah, dude, you don't have to check your numbers. If you fart on camera, you'll have like 50 million views. He he can't do no wrong. He's too big to fail at this point. But he did catch Josh Hayes, who said he noticed his views had dropped off. And it was bothering him because it's like, my content hasn't changed. Has the algorithm changed? Which is what, I was saying to my chat. I was like, I think the algorithm's changed, blah, blah, blah. So then Moist Critical's like, you know what? Let me go check. So everybody went, all the big names went and checked all of their stats. In August of this year, all of the desktop views just dropped. It's like a cliff. It just goes whoosh. No one knows why. It's not an algorithm change. They've all reached out to YouTube, and YouTube says, nothing's changed. We don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything, blah, blah, blah. But it is very apparent. So if you're out there and you are a content creator on YouTube and your views have dropped, so has everyone's. It's not your content. It's not you're being buried. Because that's what Moist Critical was saying. I want to hit home or drive home that the algorithm hasn't changed. Your content isn't suddenly sucking overnight. I mean, maybe. But it is. Never know.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like they shut down a bot server somewhere.
Well,
A server room full of like bots. And basically what they do is just go out and they just bump the numbers up. And it's like, oh, they had a power cut in there. Boom.
Yeah,
of course it affects everyone because they just stick everybody's views up. You know what I mean? It's basically there to like buffer and inflate those that are higher and to give those who have got a lower, following a little bit of a boost. You think, oh, my video got 100 views today. That's great. And then it's like, oh, now I've only got 5. What happened?
Yes, exactly. I have a video sitting on my channel that has 0 views. That has not happened to me since way back when I very first started on YouTube.
Look, I'll tell you what, Kylie, the same happened to me. I even had to ask in my in our WhatsApp group with Pete and that, and say, look, lads, if you could do me a favour, I don't normally like to ask this, but if you could give the viewer at least a watch, because it was just sitting there for a good couple of days, 0 views. Nobody watched it.
Yeah.
Which would tell me that YouTube did not recommend it to anybody. They didn't stick it on the home, or if any of my viewers or whatever or subscribers was to check our content, maybe the video just did not appear. I don't know. But it's like no video should have 0 on it.
No,
exactly. Not nowadays, because YouTube used to pre-August. They would just shove that anywhere. I'd find my stuff on like very unrelated, suggestions. I'm like, okay, but people clicked on it and they watched it and it gave me a view, and that was great. But now it's across the board. Everyone's views have dropped. YouTube's not owning up to anything at all. So I'm not sure what's going to happen, but stay tuned and fingers crossed it gets worked out, because Twitch just did a bot eviction. And a lot of the very big name Twitch people, well, come to find out, up to like 35-40% of their viewers were bots, which is insane. I was like, whoa, I thought this was like a legitimate, big name streamer. No. I even lost three tiny people, like 3 bots. Okay. So they cut off bots, and then and yeah, anyway, bottom line is, don't get frustrated. I'm kind of repeating Moist Critical here and Josh Strife Hayes, which is, don't get frustrated. It's not your content. People haven't suddenly gone, ugh, I hate this stuff that was working 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Something has happened at YouTube and they're not owning up to it. So all you can do is just sit back, cross your fingers, and hope something happens. And Brent says, come to think about it, I haven't seen any new vids from Kiley or Mac show up on my recommended page. My stuff is not showing up on recommended now.
No, it's not at all. I live on YouTube and I'm not seeing any of your stuff showing up.
And a lot of my traffic comes from recommended. A lot of it. And stuff.
But I haven't done a lot of like YouTube shorts lately, but like main videos. I mean, we have videos all the time. They may not be consistent, but like almost every other day, there's probably a video on our channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would have thought that the Marvel Tocon video would have done a little bit better, considering how
it was a closed beta.
How it was being closed
when I
beta,
watched
and
it,
it was one of the very few that I actually tagged the crap out of. Like,
I was gonna say, that
nothing.
And that other beta that you did do.
Oh, the Crimson Desert one.
That one took off.
Yeah, that one took off. That did great. And then this one being a closed beta.
That was before August.
Yeah, it was. But then this closed beta one's just done nearly next to nothing.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it at the moment. 16 views on it. That's a bit atrocious.
For a closed beta of a game that's not... No, that's just
crazy.
Something's wrong. And I know because my shorts, like I said, they're usually 10K to 20K. My latest short hit like 83 views, and then Nana made a comment on it, which bumped it up to like 120 views.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I don't know. Yes, exactly. So I don't know. Bottom line is saying that was my little mini rant. But I just wanted to tell people out there who are content creators and that are also our listeners, including Mike and myself and anyone out there. It's not your content, believe it or not. I'm one of those people. I'll say, get good, scrub. I'll tell you all that stuff. No, not this time. This time there is something going on with YouTube.
Yeah.
And hopefully it will work out. So anyway. Other than that, if you want to keep visiting my pages, please do. I will have content on TikTok again. Let me tell you what happened with TikTok, and then we'll end this. We're going to close this out. Sorry, Pete, I have to say it.
I know. Yeah, I'm just looking at the time.
I know. No, the reason why I'm in the corner, I've been put in the corner over at TikTok, is I posted a very benign, I thought it was funny, clip from my show the other day, well, a few weeks ago, where a ghost, and when I say a ghost, I'm not talking about an actual Resident Evil ghost. It was literally like a JPEG that had a white outline.
Yeah.
I shut the door thinking I could shut out a ghost because I'm an idiot, and the ghost floated through the door, and I went, oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. I got a warning from TikTok restricting my audience because that subject matter causes anxiety in people.
Ugh.
So I got mad at TikTok and said, fine, whatever, I'm gonna go just sit out then.
we really live in an age of the pussy generation, don't we?
Yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, I just, yep.
I did hear
Anyway.
something a while back. I don't know who it was. It probably something like Joe Rogan who said it or whatever. And it's like, hard times create hard people. Hard people create good times. Good times create weak people. Weak people create hard times.
Yeah.
And it's basically we've
That's
come to
true.
this point where we are weak people, and we are heading into a very hard time.
We're making it hard on ourselves and not in a good way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we do thank you for sticking out for that, sticking around
thank you.
for that little tag on the end there. But yes, also, no, I don't have any announcements. This is not my show. This is Rapid Reviews. Okay. So thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you and talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Later. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Rapid Reviews Radio Podcast. You can watch the recording of the show live on Twitch every Sunday evening at 7 p.m. UK time at www.twitch.tv/rapidreviews. You can also watch the podcast on YouTube, search Rapid Reviews 5534, and you can also watch the video version of the show on Spotify, just search Rapid Reviews Radio. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, a rating, or a comment on this episode. You can also follow us on Twitter at rrradiopod, as well as on Blue Sky at rrradiopodcast.bsky.social. Also be sure to visit rapidreviewsuk.com for all the latest reviews and previews.